since we talking about the Garden, I got a story. Coach Carter Secker, has been 95 years old for 90 years, right? I love him to death. He says it all the time. He says, Jay, you my favorite. So I give that over Chris Mullen all the time. But we had this recruit in, his name was Chuck Sprawling, great player, scored 100 points in college. So Coach used to love to practice at the Garden, Jesse, like at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, I can tell you right now, I'm one of the few people had to been in the Garden to practice at 7 o'clock in the morning. So we brought the recruit with us. Now, you imagine waking up a recruit this day and age, man, at 7 o'clock in the morning to show them anything, But at 7 o'clock, so we brought him and then all of a sudden, we running up and down the court with the great Malik Sealy, Boo Harvey. We running up and doing all this stuff, Shelton Jones. And what you don't know about the Garden is, before they clean up, there's about 80 cats that live in Madison Square Garden. I can say this now because they give me a hard time because me and Charles Oakley friends anyway. They threw my boy out the Garden, so they always asking for my damn ticket. I love the Garden, but I know I'm gonna forever have problems as long as that owner's there. But so man, make sure when you leave my ticket, all right, make sure don't leave it on the phone. I need it on my. I need it in my hand because I'm not IT. I'll be looking for it. I'll be already out. But let me just tell you. So you have 60, 70, 80 cats running around the court while we doing a 3-man weave, and they're chasing the rats because you're on top of the subway. They're eating all the hot dogs and popcorns in there. So like Chuck Spaulding walked in and was like, "What?" He was like, "Oh, like running." We were used to it, but most of the time the rats were eating the cats. That's how big the rats are. Just imagine if you live in Madison Square Garden, all the hot dogs, the beers you drinking, you got drunken rats, drunken cats, and they just fighting while we running down the court. I remember Ron Rutledge and Brian Mahoney, and this kid was in shell shock. Chuck was like, "Man, I never seen a rat." And he was from Colorado. He's like, "Not a rat that big." He thought it was a raccoon, but so, that's a tidbit I had to throw in.